Alright, on that note, welcome to this week's Friday yard sale video, where we spill our thoughts on the week's tech and other happenings, all in the time it takes to pint a beer, or sometimes 2 or 3. And I'm Tyler, as usual.
I'm Watts.
And our special guest today is Rob Dickerson from Defeat. And you're here because we have sold out. We are our first corporate sponsor for the Friday yard sale videos, which is Defeat Socks. So thanks for
recognizing us.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
and the great work we do.
Me and the 4 other people that watch are huge fans, and you know, I figured what a better place to monetize, you know,
but it's so. We're wearing socks from Defeat. So first of all, I wanted to run through the beer. So what are we drinking today? I've got the white something.
You have the White Street Kolsch?
No, not the Kolsch. The other. Oh, Appalachian something IPA.
You have the Appalachian Longleaf IPA.
Okay, which is delicious. What's Rob drinking?
You, I think, have the Firestone Walker.
No,
Union
Jack. No, the white.
I've got the White Street
I did
Kolsch.
the Kolsch. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I have the Longleaf IPA as well, and the Four Saints Amber Lager.
This is a backup in case this runs long. We don't have to get up.
I'm ready.
All right, perfect. And so socks. What am I wearing today?
So you're wearing the new Levitator Light, which, you know, if you followed Defeat's evolution of our best sock, the Levitator Light was our best sock, and then we improved it about a year and a half ago. We went to a seamless toe, and we went to a brand new yarn. The new yarn is made actually near here. It's Unified Reprieve.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, and
which is made of recycled water bottles, right?
Yeah, that's right. And what's really cool about Unify is we buy the U.S. manufactured yarn, which is the bottles are chipped and recycled down in Reidsville, North Carolina, and then, you know, pelletized, and then it's extruded as a fiber here in Greensboro. So
very cool.
Really cool.
And then you said also with this one new for this particular model of sock is the stripes. You guys have never done stripes before, right?
Right. When we first came out, we kind of went with a solid color silhouette with all the Levitator lights, just to kind of keep it simple, and they all had kind of a medium gray top to them. And we got a lot of requests that wanted to see, you know, designs in those, and so we're playing with this new design. We call it 33.3, and we don't, you know, it's just a made-up name, but it's kind of a cool design, and you're going to see 3 different colorways in this sock starting March 1st in stores like Revolution here, Watts' shop,
this fine establishment,
and of course online at defeat.com.
All right. So before people get bored of socks, there's a reason why we're doing this too. Is because you can actually win one of 5 pair of socks every week for at least the next 4 weeks, and we'll see how this goes. And if you guys like it, maybe you'll keep sponsoring it. But so there's a special website we're going to send you to, and all you got to do is figure out a special code word from this episode, and you'll be entered to win. So I would recommend watching all the way through. We still haven't figured out the code word. I guess it'll just kind of come to us.
Yeah, we'll make up a code word.
So
it's got to be good. It needs to be. It needs to be
we
special.
haven't come up with that. I thought y'all had that.
No,
I'm just here for eye candy.
Yeah, well,
I'm just
maybe that, and you're, you know, maybe you're the word guy.
Yeah. You get the code word. Start thinking. So if we look over and you just have this blank stare on your face, it's because you're
that's the
really
whole time.
working on the words. All right.
What do I contribute?
So let's see if we can whip through these then in like 30 seconds, so we don't lose everybody. So you guys do an artist series, and I didn't even know. I knew you did Rich Supply, Rich Supply's socks tend to, from what I've seen, they tend to look like this kind of stripy and
So he came out originally with his Ridgelines design. You know, kind of followed his name, and he ran through, gosh, I don't know, maybe 50 different colorways of that. He came out with a couple other designs, but this new one they call Alpine is really caught on. He has them on his site, because he's an artist. We sell some of his product, but we make all of his product, and so he probably has 60 different styles on his website.
Awesome. All right, and the other one that I knew you did was Handlebar Mustache, and this is a more recent one of theirs, right?
Right. Yeah. This is, I think, called Big Twisted. Handlebar is one of our longest running relationships with an artist, and gosh, he probably has 30 or 40 different styles on his website. They're available directly from him, but also, of course, some of their styles are available from Defeat directly for a shop to buy or for the consumer.
And we've been doing Handlebar socks. I mean, we've been in business 12 years, basically.
Since he started.
He started,
yeah. He
it's come a long way.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, and then these two I did not know you did. So this one's branded or not.
Yes. So
Right.
yeah, we make Ornat's product. They just an awesome brand. I don't know if you look at their apparel at all. They've had just some amazing apparel. We do their socks as well, and I believe some of them are also available on our site for wholesale for dealers.
That's right. I mean, Ornat was one of the few things on my holiday gift guide was their stuff. So
Yeah, their kits are
a few
awesome to
tangible
watch.
things anyway.
Very cool. And then these, they don't have an artist name on it, and I think you explained why earlier. But who's the artist on these?
So, so you may have heard of Sean Seiko. He goes by Seiko 7.
Okay.
Really unique artist out of South Africa. He's relaunched his brand. He's got some new people helping him, and he's doing a lot of neat stuff. And these are coming out March, and they're
That's
pretty
cool.
neat. He's kind of the pro solitude, kind of single guy, mantra. Really neat stuff.
Right on. And this one says high intensity on different feet. And what was there's another one up?
Yeah,
on
there's 3 different designs. One is like broken hearted. It's got a really cool graphic, broken hearted. It looks like a road going up the middle of the heart. And I can't remember which other one he had many styles. We chose 3 to carry. Of course, he'll have 5 or 6 different styles in his own line that
Cool.
are available from him.
Right on. All right. So let's move along. So Frostbike happened last weekend at the same time. Watts and I were at NABS. Zach was out at Frostbike. So real quick, check all that because there's all kinds of little stuff, and some of it's from the house brand, some of it's from quasi or not house brand. So there was like new tires and cables. Jaguar came out with some. It's like a foam cable housing sleeve that you slide over for internal cable routing, so that you don't get an annoying rattle. Which I've tested a couple bikes recently that really could have used that.
What's a quasi house brand?
I want to say Problem Solvers, isn't it? It's kind of like they
Yeah, I
started
was just trying to
as their
figure out
own.
what you were
I
saying.
could be
Okay.
totally wrong.
Is that theirs? I didn't realize that.
I feel like it's the last time I asked them, it was like they started on their own and then kind of just like all they do is sell through QBP, so it's sort of a QBP brand.
Okay.
Yeah, I could be totally wrong. That's kind of what I mean by quasi brand.
Right.
It's like they're their own entity. They have a brand name, right? But then there's also like Salsa, Surly, All City. All of those guys came out with new bikes. There's brands, but they're all just QBP brands. But the bikes are super cool. Like, and they all kind of have their own.
Yeah, they
little
launched
Yeah, they're
niche.
some neat
Pretty
stuff
good.
this past week.
Yeah. Let's see what else they did. Lights, like Light in Motion had a Rando light that's basically like the same size as their small one, but twice the battery life, I think, so you can just kind of go forever. And then, so speaking of lights, actually, if you are interested in kind of like how lights work and lumens and all that, this week, it was supposed to be last week, but we didn't get answers until this week. Night Rider is sponsoring our Ask a Stupid question, so if you want to learn about like lumens and output and all this is part 1 of it, because there was a lot of questions that came in, so they did a good job answering those. Let's see, next up, Breezer is giving away a custom XL seat bag from Porcelain Rocket, and you have until I think midnight Saturday to enter. So they're giving away 5 of those, so enter to win that. All right, Handmade Bike Show. All 3 of us were there. What did you guys see that impressed you? What was the coolest thing? Like 2 or 3 things you saw.
So, don't get me wrong, I love stuff, and I love product. A little. Not really. I mean, the coolest thing I saw were some of the people I met. Brian Chapman, other people. But just out of those,
He's the only person there.
seeing Poppy and Nom, I mean, like, that was really what I was stoked about. I mean, there's a lot of just beautiful stuff, for
Yeah.
sure. And,
It's not candy, but it is the people, right? Like getting around. It's I like that show because it's small enough that you can go around and see. I can see what I need to see for coverage, but still have time to hang out in somebody's booth. Maybe drink a beer or just chit chat. Whereas like Interbike and Eurobike, we're like, what do you got? Okay, cool. Let me take some pictures. All right, can you email me some specs and stuff? And I'm gonna take a couple of those. Next.
Right.
And it's just like you're running ragged the entire time.
I mean, I had a little bit of a crisis at the show, just where I was looking at stuff, and I have a crisis everywhere, but whatever.
You were just having a crisis before we started.
Didn't have a
Lies!
Where's
I was
my
having-
beer?
Because I was looking at just all these amazing craftsmen who create shit, and then just wondering what the fuck I'm doing. Like, what am I doing? What do I do?
You're crafting.
What do I contribute to this
holiday
world?
gift guides that are
Snarky
so
commentary.
eloquently written.
Yes, so eloquently written. Just read the comments and you'll know how well received they are. I don't know.
I think what's neat about it is that, you know, a lot of times if you're following people on social media, you know, like I followed you before I ever met you. You know, you kind of feel like you know someone, but you don't actually know them, and so you kind of seeing what kind of person they are, kind of that opportunity to, you know, meet them. Like I didn't know Poppy, you know. I mean, I knew of him. You know, I've got pictures of him when he was a racer, you know, and all defeated up, you know, shaved legs and all, less hair. But then to actually get to talk to him, just what a great personality, great guy, and Nom too, you know, and never met her, only had seen, you know, I think you guys did a backpacking trip for a brand or something across, maybe.
She had done a Blackburn Ranger.
Yeah. And so, you know, I had seen that. I think maybe you posted or something, but, you know, just, you know, getting to spend time with these people and kind of realize, okay, they're people and what are their interests, and it's not always just bikes. I mean, gosh, we talked about a lot of stuff while we were there.
Yeah, it is fun, and it was good. That was the first time I'd got to meet Ultra Romance. You guys call him Poppy. He has too many nicknames, I think. Like
Big Jan.
What is
right
it?
now.
Big Jan.
His like Instagram name is like Jean Benet Benedict something Ultra Romance. It's hilarious. So the big thing at this show, I want to see if you guys can do. There was one overriding theme of what everybody was building, which was
I think it was a 650B gravel bike.
Yes, it was. So gravel bikes. Whereas like a couple of years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, it was like everybody had a fat bike in their booth. I don't remember seeing a single fat bike this year.
There was one, but not in a booth. It was kind of off to the side.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody that rode there or something. I don't know. What was your favorite? You never said what your favorite.
My
thing
favorite
was.
stuff was, man. I don't remember one single bike being my favorite because like there really is so much artistry there and stuff. But like, I just love. I love the idea of like a lightweight, very capable titanium bike. And I mean, I've got a Moods for my own cross bike, but it was like right before things went to like flat mount and bigger tires. So it's, you know, the biggest tire I can get in there is like a 33 without potentially rubbing. You know, like it was the RSL race bike, you know, and it is disc at least. But like now I see all these bikes, I'm like, oh man. Would love a new titanium cross bike, you know, and you know, just a little bit more updated geometry and stuff. So those are the ones that really like. Those are beautiful. You know, like Mosaic's always good. Number 22 is great, but I mean, those are the brands that instantly come to mind when I think Thai that were there. Besides Moods, of course.
Yeah.
And all three of those had new colors, and especially like.
What was your favorite bike?
Number 22 and Moods were doing new color anno stuff that was. Sharp.
Rice
Number 22, I guess, is working with Velocolor now on that stem fork combo. So they're doing that, and so I don't know if you saw that purple one.
Yes.
They had a flat, matte, and shiny. You know, just gloss. It was that thing was gorgeous.
It was, and I just posted their stuff yesterday. I think from I kind of combined Mosaic and Number 22 into a single post, so you can check out what we're talking about there. And I'm probably, as I'm talking, you will see like images floating over your screen.
Put one right over me and here in the middle.
Yeah, that's gonna keep something.
Yeah.
I'm kind of worried the beer is blocking your face.
It's good.
Is that intentional?
Well, I mean, in this way, it won't affect viewership, maybe. Yeah, there was no room for error there, so he used German bits. Yeah.
Number 2.5. Oh God, what's that?
We
have
that's just
canned something.
What I went to get. Some salmon.
Okay, just salmon. Yeah. I'm not even going to ask about what you had last time.
Oh yeah, the pickled shark. Seriously, why salmon? Why a can of salmon?
Oh, I don't know. Someone just gave it to me, so I brought it into there.
And the next sponsor for the
Double Q quality, Double Q quality and quantity. Oh, that's scary.
It's like this show. It's quality and quantity.
It's quantity.
So. Rob was not the only bike industry person to come visit us today, actually. I had John Marcelino from 3 West Design come and visit, and we went and rode this morning. I got to take him on his first ever gravel ride, which we just took him on kind of like half of what you and I did a couple weeks ago, all the little paths and stuff.
My ride?
And stuff, totally. I just did the parts I remember, which is the parts I do all the time.
Is that on Strava?
But, no, I did not Strava today's ride. But, so I reviewed his saddle, a while back, and so we went out and test rode some new ones. So I'm going to splice that in right now. This is what we did. Hey, I'm here with John Marcelino, and he is the founder, inventor of the 3 West Design saddle. And if you check back, and I'll put a link in the notes on this post, I've reviewed the original design, like I think 3-4 years ago when you first came out with it.
Yeah.
And I was using it primarily for cross. And what's unique about the original was that here in the middle section, you can kind of see it drops down. There was an inflatable bladder, and you could inflate it to the pressure you wanted to kind of set the firmness of the nose. And so with this new design, you've taken that out. You're using really soft foam in the middle. And so real quick, like in a nutshell, why get rid of the bladder? Why use a flat design on the front?
Yeah, so we wanted to offer a simplified solution, and going with foam over the air bladder keeps it simplified. You don't have to worry about air pressures. You don't have to worry about pumping it up. Just jump on the bike and go.
So what's the point of having this I don't want to call it a divot because it's longer, but you know, basically it just drops off. Why?
Yeah, we actually made this V in the mid saddle to meet the perineal needs. Okay, so your sit bones are sitting here. You don't have that pressure against your perineum, and this V section and that drop of 3/4 of an inch is perfect for your perineal area mid saddle, and then for the nose it kind of comes up a little bit so it keeps you on the saddle.
Yeah. So basically, there's room for something.
Exactly.
Right there.
Yeah. Room for your parts.
Yeah, your parts. So when this new version without the air bladder, when does that come out?
We're looking at late spring. Hopefully we get everything together, get all the production ready, get the packaging ready. You see it's got Reprieve on it. That's an old badge, but it'll be called something brand new. Should be out late spring.
Cool. And I would say give it a shot when you do. You've got a 30-day trial period. If you order one, you got 30 days to test it out if you don't like it. As I like it, and it's super comfortable. All your weight's where it needs to be, and there's nothing pressing up between your legs where it shouldn't be pressing up. So
that's right.
Good job.
All right. Thanks.
Let's finish our ride. All right, so 2 events that you guys want to talk about. Who wants to go first?
Lots.
Okay, sure. Mine's a sort of non-event. Tomorrow in Charlotte, if you have nothing going on, we're doing a bar crawl bike ride that Rich Dillon created.
Dickie, aka
Dickie, in my honor. What's happening? And yeah, I'm sure it's on Facebook. In fact, I know it is. But again, if you're in the region and you have nothing going on, come down there and ride bikes with us and drink a lot of beer.
What
it was last year. Last year, if I remember right, I didn't even go, but I heard is that you were basically wandering around in his neighbor's yard the next morning and throwing up.
Well, that was 2 years ago. Yeah, but
in his defense, it was food poisoning.
Yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, we haven't done it for a little bit just because, life got in the way. But what's happening? 18 is happening.
Really? It's the 18th?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
No, 18, the year.
Oh, all right.
No, this is like number 2.5.
That one didn't count where you threw up.
Yeah, again, the non-event of the week. So.
Sweet. What time does it start?
It starts at 2 p.m. at Free Range Brewing, and then just wherever you want to go, just follow us. And then it eventually blows up into just a shit show.
All right, and as far as like professional events go,
professional.
Which remains to be seen because it is the first year.
Well, yeah, true, and we are 5 miles from home, so
yeah.
So you mentioned it before. I think maybe 2 episodes ago. The Defeat has an ambassador program now, and we're calling it Barnstormers, and there's a story behind it. But the whole idea is that we would get a bunch of people that want to have a good time and not really take themselves too serious, kind of centered around gravel. We know it's a buzzword. It's really not so much about it being a trend. It's just we enjoy going to Western North Carolina and riding bikes, and there's a lot of really good dirt roads. You don't have to worry about many cars and other things, and so it's called Barnstormers Rally on Maple Sally. It's in Brown Mountain Beach Resort, and it's going to be held May 19th. The general idea behind it was that people want to have a sense of place But we didn't want to make it all about competition because there's plenty of that, you know, if you want that out there. But we just wanted this to be a good time. So we'll have a wide range of people that will show up. We've invited a bunch of people in the industry to come. So, you know, you might see, you know, I-9 or Cane Creek or some people like that show up. And there may be a special guest.
What is Shane gonna play? Is his band gonna play?
No,
Actually,
no.
Who's the band that you guys brought to Whitewater Center for the Interbike East was amazing. Those two
That's
dudes,
who's coming.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I
was
forget
that
their
special
names.
guest?
Yeah, Harris
Okay.
They
Brothers.
are
Yeah.
worth the price
I
of
thought I was
admission.
a special
Those guys
guest.
can roll it up.
You disappoint me.
But you're going too.
You're also a special guest.
It'll be What's Fappening 2.7.
In
8 and 18.
Yeah, 18. Cool.
So, Rich, you gotta be there. Dickie.
All right. Man, that's all I had. So, if you haven't thought of a word, I kind of thought of one.
Yeah, that's fine, man.
But
I got a kid at home who's sick. That's all I'm.
That's all you're thinking
Yeah.
about?
It's all I'm. I'm just not.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, unless you got something better.
Yeah, no, what's the
Poppy.
word?
I just thought Poppy would be
Poppy
kind
is
of
a good
funny.
word.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
All right.
sweet.
All
He'll
right.
The
be
trick is,
honored.
can you figure out how to spell it? Is it P-O-P-P-I?
That's what I'm going with.
Or Y? All right.
I'm going with
P-O-P-P-I.
So what's today's secret word, Cocky?
Today's secret word is
Poppy.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Poppy, Ultra Romance, tell us if we're wrong. That's the
Either
answer.
way, it's
yeah.
code words. All right, so what you got to do is you got to go to defeat.com/bikerumor, enter the code word, hit enter, and boom, you're giving away 5 pairs of
Yeah,
socks.
5 pairs on this episode. So watch every week.
Yeah,
We're
cool,
good.
awesome, thanks. Well, now comes the fun part.
Yeah.
I'm not checking this.
You already finished one. Thanks for sponsoring it. And
Absolutely.
driving
Thank you
over. You drove all
very
the way
much.
to Greensboro just to
Yeah.
come hang out for like 20 minutes. Right?
Yeah.
Now you're back.
That's where all the cool people are.
Yeah.
Great.
All of them.
How's this work?
I'll introduce, and then I've got my topics list, so I don't forget.
Oh,
because
okay.
I tend to forget everything.
We do a lot of these little product videos, you know, back in the back, and we just kind of, okay, go.
Yeah.
Now
I
what do we
figured
do?
Now that he's an editing master,
Yeah.
Yeah, on your iPhone.
Yeah.
cut out the BS
But the BS is the best part.
sometimes.
Sometimes. Depends. There's good BS. And then there's just
There,
BS.
there's 3 pint BS, which is different than 1 pint BS.
That one got a little out of control.
That was a great one.
It was
It was
awesome.
good.
Hey, you ran it.
Especially if you made it all the way to the end.
Hey, I did.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop watching. It was like, you know,
Like a train wreck.
fatal attraction.